Hi everyone. Alright, so I am going to be doing a third video. You may be wondering why I'm standing in Stormwind, looking at the banker, kind of looking around. It is because I have something that I need to try to upgrade today. And well, I thought this would be a perfect opportunity to do a run through for you all, kind of a guide on how to run through Molten Core. The thing that I'm gonna try to upgrade today is I'm going to try to get something called the Eye of Ragnaros to upgrade the Sulfuran Hammer into Sulfurous Hand of... I think it's Sulfurous Hand of Ragnaros, I believe is the name. But the other thing about this is I'll go ahead and show you where you can get something called Bindings of the Windseeker. And you need those two, you need two bindings. One is for the left side, one is for the right side, I believe. But those two things are used to help get Thunder Fury, Blessed Blade of the Windseeker. Now, because I've already done this quest on this character, I won't be able to show you the quest. But I do have another character that when I finally get the other binding on, I will go ahead and do the quest and record it for you all. So that way you can all see what exactly is going on and everything of the sorts. So with that, I'm going to go ahead and run outside. And I know people are going to be expecting me to head to the Flight Master to fly. But nope, I'm going to go ahead and do something different. The thing is if you look where I'm pointed right now and flying, that back there, off in the far distance, is Blackrock Mountain. That is where we need to go to get to Molten Core. And funny enough, it is not that far of a flight. So I would spend more time on a flight point trying to get there than I would if I just mounted up and flew there. So I'm going to try to not have dead air time and not speak. I know some people are going, ugh. But those two legendaries both come out of Molten Core. It has been there ever since Vanilla. And in Vanilla, it was a huge pain in the ass to get even one binding. And the eye was even harder to get. Now, the Sulfuran Hammer is also a slight bit of a pain to make because it takes a lot of reagents to make. And actually on my other character, the one that actually has the legendary Sulfurous Hand of Ragnaros, but doesn't have the Thunder Seeker yet, is just the exact opposite of this character. Has the other legendary, but not the Windseeker, and this one has the Windseeker, but not the Hammer. I'm looking to get both on both characters. Silly enough, I know. So what we're doing is after we flew in here, which is right from there, the lower part of this entire circle, we just go ahead and fly down to just above the molten lava. A whole bunch of chains there. For those people that don't have flying mounts for whatever reason, at high levels, what you do is, give me a sec, I'm trying to figure this out. Sorry if I'm making people sick. There was a way to go from here up onto this chain, and then you run down. That's the summoning circle for Blackrock Depths, which is also used for Molten Core. And then you run down, and then eventually you're going to run down these chains right here. And through this corridor right here that I'm facing is Blackrock Depths, BRD. So we're going to talk to Lothos here, the Rift Walker. And we're going to transport to the Molten Core. Now, back in the day, just to the left of him, there's a window there. And I used to be on a PvP server. And back in Vanilla, and whenever we were trying to raid Molten Core, sometimes there would be a huge group of Horde there. And the only way to get in was you couldn't talk to them because all of them would start trying to kill you. So you had to jump through the window. And most of the times, if it wasn't extremely laggy, when you jump through the window, it automatically teleports you to the core. Sometimes if it's lagging a little bit too much, it doesn't teleport you and land directly into the lava. And then you have to try to find a way to res yourself. Now, because I'm level 100, I can walk through these guys just with ease. They do drop randomly everything in here that is a that is considered a additional mob, not a boss, can actually drop purples, and they are for level 60s. But yeah, and some of them are BOEs. Well, the ones that drop off mobs are BOEs. The ones that drop off bosses are bind on pickup. So we're gonna do hit the thing. Here we go. And I'm gonna go ahead and say there's a couple of different things that you can do in here that you can get some money off of as well. The core hounds, if you skin them, they have something called core leather. If you get all the core leather that you can from here, you can try to sell it. That typically sells for a decent amount of money. At least on the server I'm on, which is Alexstrasza. There we go. So we're just going to run past. And if you aggro one flame imp, you aggro them all. Okay, so for this area, if you attack one core hound, all of them come to you. You need to make sure you take all of them down at relatively the same time, because if you don't and you just let them, you take one down and then you run off and everything, that core hound will eventually stand back up, because there's other core hounds around it that are still living. And they kind of reignite each other's flames, sort of thing. So this is a boss right here. His name is Lucifron. And screw it. I'm just going to make this easy for me, so that way I don't have to go trying to tiptoe through this entire place. Come here, puppy. Here, puppy, puppy. Here, puppy, puppy. I don't want to kill you. I just want to take your life. Come on. Screw it. Yay for Dragon Roar. Now, before attacking him, I'm going to wait until these disappear, because if I attack him and he comes over here, they're going to reignite. Which is... oh, no, we don't want that to happen. Even though they are really easy to take down, but still, it's just a pain in the ass. So, this guy has a very huge chance... well, it has a chance of a knockback. So that's the reason I'm running over here to the wall. And then I'm just going to run up really quickly and kind of take him down. So let's see here. Ring, boots, one-handed fist weapon. That's what that looks like. Bear claw, male leggings, and Arcanist leggings. This place is extensive, as you can tell. That's Ragnaros' lair. In order for you to get to Ragnaros, you have to kill every other boss that there is in order for him to spawn. And the order of this, if you kill the first two here, which is Magmadar's cavern, you kill these two, then you go over here, kill the boss here, the one here, kill the two here, then you travel over this way, you kill this boss. This is the second to last boss. Basically, you have to kill all these guys, him and him, before you can get to him. Now, once you kill him, he'll teleport over to Ragnaros' lair and you speak to him. And we're going to go through all of this, so no worries there. And if you hear a wind, it's because I have the fan on. And I'm really sorry if it's hitting the microphone. I did not mean for it to do that. So we're going to continue running. Now there are mining nodes in here for dark iron ore. Some of the nodes actually have a chance to drop Heart of the Mountain. Heart of the Mountain is used to help create the sulfur and hammer. On my server, it also sells anywhere between, I want to say, 300 to 500 gold a pop. I think even higher at times. Just depends on how much is on the market and everything. Molten Destroyers also, speaking of, have a chance to drop Heart of the Mountains as well. It's the reason why I go after every single one of them. And there's a purple that I said that that drops off of mobs. So this is Gehennis. We need to kill him. Fun piece of information. Back in the day of vanilla, and actually I even think BC, what you'd have to do in order for you to continue to get to Ragnaros and have his one guy spawn way over here, you had to take out these runes that are on the ground, the flaming ones. In order for you to do that, you had to have aqua contestants, which before a certain rank you could only purchase one, and then you would have you'd have multiple people actually have the item in it because you can only do it once. Then there was another one, Eternal Quintessence, which allowed you to use it as many times as you wanted to, but it had a cooldown on it. This isn't going to have it, but hey, look, giant stalker's belt. Molten Destroyer. You know, actually, give me a second, because I wasn't expecting this much air to hit the microphone, and I'm sure it's probably taking off somebody. So give me a second. I am going to turn the fan really quickly. I'm really sorry. This will take just a second. Next time before I start a video, I will make sure that that is turned so it's not going to cause any sort of problem. I'm really sorry about that. Yeah, no, it's dark iron deposit right here. I'm not a miner, so yeah. Excuse me, sorry about that. Alright, so Ancient Core Hunt. Alright. Now I was saying there's two bosses in here that drop Bindings of the Windseeker, so that way you could get Thunder Fury. Garr here is one of those two bosses. The other boss is Baron Geddon. So I'm just going to wait for him to move and for all of his little ones to kind of clump up. Reason being is it's just easier to AoE down. He does have a massive chance. Well, he does have a chance of doing a knockback. So you want to kind of typically stay near the wall or have him face towards the wall. So that way, when he knocks you back, you get knocked into the wall. You don't get hit very far. And my own OCD. Okay. Alright. So we're continuing on just fine. Now, let's see here. Over there is Shazra. And that's Baron Geddon. The funny thing about Baron Geddon, well, funny kind of scary thing, he has an ability that he could put on people if you're not fast enough, that turns you into a bomb. And I'm not meaning figuratively speaking, I'm meaning quite literally. And back in the day, what people would do, and I think Blizzard stopped the ability to do this, but people would be turned into a bomb, and then would immediately Hearth. After taking him out, Hearth back, and would go to the like Ironforge, and try to run to the auction house and blow everyone up in there. And I think there's actually a couple of videos out there that you could actually see that. But yeah, people were mean back then. But apparently the more people you had around you, the more damage you could actually do. And it would literally tell you, I mean, I used to have a pop-up, and other people used to have add-ons that would message you and say, you are the bomb. And when they're meaning that, and when they're sending that, they're not meaning, hey, you rock. They're meaning you're a literal bomb. So you need to watch, who you're around. You needed to kind of, if you got that, you needed to move the heck away from everyone. That was kind of part of the fun of the schematic, kind of one of the fun schematics of it too. As you can tell, I'm just kind of mowing through this. You also have a chance through some of the bosses, like this one here, of getting a pet drop. Let's see here. Nope. And I do tend to avoid certain mobs just so that way I don't have to actually deal with them. And actually, one thing I wish they would fix about warriors is you can't heroic leap up a hill, but you could heroic leap down or across a even plane. And yes, I know I've rarely been using it. So let's see here. And I managed to take off the wrong group. Yay me! When you attack Golemagg here, first and foremost, he has the chance to drop a few things. But when you attack him, the 2 core ragers are going to go ahead and attack you. As level 100, the damage is negligible. He has a chance of dropping a pet, which is a Nashstone core. And then he has a chance of dropping something else, I forget the name. But that is used for... But that's used for the Sulfuran Hammer. And tell you what, at the end of this video, I'll go ahead and show what the different armor pieces or weapons look like, so people could see if they see an item that they want to transmog. So I'll do that as well. And hopefully I'll get the Eye of Ragnaros, so that way I can actually transform my weapon into a legendary. That would be kind of cool. So what we're coming up to is Executus, Majordomo Executus. He is the second to last boss. As I said before, you had to kill all the other bosses before you could come to this one. And if you try to take this one out before taking out any of the other bosses, he's not here. He just simply doesn't show up. So, back in the day, I'm going to go ahead and do a quick story before attacking. There's 4 different healers here, and there's 4 different elites. You had to take out the different healers before you could take out the elites, because if you didn't, the healers would actually heal each other and the elites, which is the reason why they would typically pull one of the healers away from the entire group and have the other people kill it, and then would take the next healer, etc., and then they would kind of take the flame walkers and kind of clump them together and just AoE them down. Majordomo Executus, you don't kill. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to step up to the plate. I'm going to Dragon Roar, kill them all. Come over here, Cache the Fire Lord. I've already heard what this guy has to say. And you can read right here. So what we're going to do is we're going to jump down. Okay. And I'm going to have fun. Okay, so now comes the kind of, well, not really fun, comes the just the long track around. Because what we need to do is get from here all the way over to here. And how we do that is we have to run back through this area, over, around, and then back up to here. And for warriors, I'm going to kind of give you a cool kind of shortcut. Now, you can jump in the lava and try to bravely kind of go across the lava if you want to, that way. But I'm not the type to do that. I'm just going to heroically pass certain points. And this is a fairly easy dungeon. Now, Blizzard did have an event not this past year, but actually it was when Warlords of Draenor came out. They had their own event for WoW. I believe it was the 10-year anniversary. And it would be, they scaled everything up to level 100 in here. And it was insane. People didn't know how to do the fights. It was as if I was going through vanilla again and having to tell people how to do the fights, how to fight the mobs. It was 40-man. It was insane. I kind of enjoyed it, but I also kind of hated it at the same time. And I got a mount out of it, which is pretty much the only thing that it was worth. And you could get a pet, but the chances on that one were really kind of low. So I didn't do run after run after run to try to get it. And we're coming up to the spot where I'm going to make a jump. I'm going to make a leap of faith. Not really a leap of faith, but alright. So we're running up to here. As you can tell, Majordomo Executus is there. We're going to have to talk to him so we can summon Ragnaros. See how easy that was instead of having to run all the way around? Now you could jump from there and kind of run over to here. Or you can, you jump in the lava, kind of come over here. But whatever. Or even there. So we're going to run up to him. We're going to taunt him. And he says, the Fire Lord and his brethren once held sway over this entire world, mortal. As a servant of the old gods, he fought against the Titans for domination of this planet. The victorious Titans banished my master and his brethren to the elemental plane. They are to remain in prison until the end of time. Tell me more. A mere 300 years ago, a reckless dwarf named Thorison summoned his master from his fiery realm. His return to this paltry world devastated the surrounding lands and created this volcanic core. Mighty Ragnaros has slept under this mountain ever since. What else do you have to say? We as sworn servants do his bidding and enforce his iron rule, cut off from the energies of his fiery realm. Ragnaros is but a shadow of his true self. However, he has more than enough strength to be your end. Well, you challenged us and we have come. Where is this master you speak of? So now he is going to go ahead and summon Ragnaros. To which he's going to say whatever the hell he wants. He's going to call us impudent whelps. You have rushed headlong to your own deaths. See now the master stirs. Behold Ragnaros the Firelord, he was ancient when the world was young. Bow before immortals, bow before your ending. So now we have the main boss that is spawning, which is Ragnaros. He is absolutely massive, and seeing him for the first time when I was in vanilla was just as amazing. They put a lot of time into him. I mean, just the original form. And I like how the bracers also kind of swirl too. I mean, just everything about this was just awesome. So, let's see here. That's what he looks like from the front. So I'm going to run back here because, well, he's going to attack me here in just a second. And I want him to attack me. Now he's going to turn to us. And we're going to take him down. So he's going to drop this massive hammer. That is a beauty. And that's actually what the hammer looks like. The Sulfuran Hand of Ragnaros. Or Sulfurous. So I didn't get the eye. Oh well. But I did get other items. So as I said before, I am going to go ahead and show the different items. And show you and have you see if there's transmogs or whatever that people may want. Now at least you know where they're from. So we're going to start off with boots. It's actually kind of interesting. Cloth Arcanist boots. This one is Earth Fury leg guards. Kind of a purple theme going on here. And that's male. Next is Arcanist leggings. Blue cloth. And some of these actually people should be kind of aware of. Some of the items that are give me a sec. Heirlooms are taken after these items. And of course I already showed you the right hand claw. Then we got the Girdle of Prophecy. Then we have Gloves of Prophecy. Which, let's just reset that. We're going to go ahead and do that. That way people could see what they look like. Okay, then we got the Sabatons of Might. The Might set's actually kind of interesting, but I don't like the helmet. It looks like a bunch of like a spiked collar in a way where the spikes go up. And let's see here. So we got Giant Stalker's Belt. Alright, now let's see here. Earth Fury helmet. Check that out, kind of like a Catwoman type helm. Circlet of Prophecy. Actually, you know what? So that's kind of what that is. Now let's see here. Already did that. Arcanist Mantle. And the thing about it is you can only do your class. Now if you have something like that, of course that goes to everyone. Or even that can go to everyone. So, yeah, the mace, same thing. I think that has kind of a cool, like, white kind of flame. Cenarian gloves, right there. It's a neck piece. Mantle of Prophet. Jeez, I collected a lot of priest things today. So let's see here. Scale pants. Snaring gloves. And we have the dagger. That's actually a pretty cool looking dagger. Earth Fury vestments. And we have Arcanist robes. And we have the Orasong Mage Blade. So if you have kind of like a light blue type thing going on, you could do that. Fire Guard shoulders. We have the Sash of Whispered Secrets. Shell Launcher shotgun. It's kind of basic, but Alistair's Defender. Reset Storm Rage leggings. And we have Netherwind pants. That's for Mage. Perdition's Blade. Actually, this is well sought after for a lot of rogues back in the day. And then we have Lord Alexander's Battle Axe, which that's pretty sweet looking actually, and that actually is BOE, so you can sell that in the shotgun. So I'm going to put that up there. That's where I typically put the stuff I'm going to sell. And yeah, so I mean that's pretty much it for Molten Core. You could get back out and kind of do that, just running back in, or running out the same way you ran in, and you know, that's not that far. There it is right there. So for this video, I'm going to go ahead and end it. And if anyone has any sort of comments on this, you have questions about this, or you have ideas of other types of videos you want me to do, please let me know, and I will see what can be done. Alright, thank you all, and you have a great day.